Have you ever heard of an ancient king named Bimbisara, the king who laid the foundation for the Nanda dynasty and the great Mauryan Empire, which produced Chandragupta, Maurya, and King Ashoka? Act 1. The Birth of a Conqueror. Bimbisara is born into the powerful Haryanka dynasty, rulers of Magadha, a rising kingdom in ancient India. His father, King Bharatha, is a strict ruler who believes in military strength, while his mother, Queen Kapila, teaches him wisdom and diplomacy. From a young age, Bimbisara is trained in warfare, statecraft, and philosophy. At just 15 years old, Bimbisara ascends the throne after his father's death. The kingdom is rich but politically unstable, surrounded by rival states like Kosala, Lichavi, and Avanti. His ministers urge him to strike first, but Bimbisara, unlike his father, believes in a mix of diplomacy and strategy to expand his rule. The web of alliances. Instead of waging immediate war, Bimbisara marries Kosha Devi, the princess of Kosala, securing an alliance and gaining the powerful city of Kashi as dowry. He then marries Chalana, a Lichavi princess, forming peace with their formidable confederacy. With alliances in place, he turns his army toward the weaker Anga kingdom, modern-day Bengal. In a brilliant military campaign, he defeats King Brahmadatta and installs his son Ajatashatru as governor of Anga, ensuring Magadha controls the eastern trade routes. But his ambitions spark jealousy in the king of Avanti, Pradyota, who plots against him. Act 2. The Betrayal Within a New Path. The Influence of the Buddha. At the height of his power, Bimbisara hears of a wandering prince-turned-monk, Gautama Buddha, whose teachings of peace and renunciation are gaining followers. Intrigued, the king meets the Buddha in Rajagriha, becoming one of his first royal patrons. He offers land to Buddhist monks, building Venuvana Monastery. However, his newfound spiritual interest unsettles his court. His ministers whisper that he is neglecting conquest, and his own son, Ajatashatru, grows impatient. Influenced by a cunning minister, the prince begins to believe that his father's compassion is weakening Magadha. Ajatashatru's coup. As Bimbisara continues strengthening his empire, Avanti's king Pradyota strikes, sending a deadly plague-infected gift to Rajagriha. The city is thrown into chaos, and while Bimbisara orders a cure, his ministers use the crisis to turn Ajatashatru against him. One fateful night, Ajatashatru storms the palace with his loyal guards, arresting Bimbisara and declaring himself king. He locks his father in a windowless prison, forbidding any food or comfort. Act 3. The Fall of a King, the Rise of a Legacy, a king's last stand. Even in chains, Bimbisara refuses to curse his son. His wife, Queen Chalana, secretly smuggles food in her golden ornaments, but when Ajatashatru finds out, he bans her from visiting. Starving yet dignified, Bimbisara spends his final days meditating, embodying the teachings of the Buddha. The final twist: regret and redemption. One day, Ajatashatru receives shocking news. His newborn son is ill and near death. The court's chief physician, Jivaka, tells him, "A father's love is irreplaceable." Overcome with guilt, Ajatashatru rushes to free his father, but he is too late. Bimbisara has already perished in his prison cell. As his son Ajatashatru mourns, a monk whispers to him, "Your father did not die in chains. He lives in the hearts of the people he ruled." Ajatashatru, devastated, embraces Buddhism, continuing his father's patronage of the faith. Soon after, Avanti's king Pradyota dies, and Ajatashatru, using his father's diplomatic tactics, eventually makes Magadha the most powerful kingdom in India. The legacy of Bimbisara. Though betrayed, Bimbisara's vision outlives him. His policies, alliances, and patronage of Buddhism shape the future Maurya Empire, laying the foundation for India's first great imperial dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe for more legendary life stories of our ancient Indian kings.